Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to add a menu option to the admin area of WordPress. So in this video, we're going to add a menu option to the admin area of WordPress. And what we use that for is sometimes if we build our own contact form, we can put those submissions and reports and stuff like that in that admin menu so that the customer has easy access to it. You can do that really quickly by doing a custom post type, but custom post type doesn't always work exactly the way you need it to. And the custom post type will provide you a list of all the posts in that post type. And when you click on it, it takes you to the edit of that post. But sometimes we don't want it to go to edit of that post. We want it to do things that we want it to do. Like you don't need to edit the form submission that someone has already submitted. You just need to see it and see the results of how many have filled out the form this week or how many have filled out the form for the entire month. So it gives you a way to provide kind of a dashboard to form submissions, but you can put anything on that page that you want. So I'm going to just, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create that menu item, and then you guys can put what you want in it. And then I'll make another video of a form plugin that we've done partially that already. But I want to redo that and do it as a full plugin that you do, that you can create your own contact form and then show those submissions on your own page. All right. So let's get started with adding the menu item to the WordPress menu. So here on our ideapro.io site that we do testing and development with, we have just the dashboard open here for our site, and we're going to go to our software. There we go. All right. So we're going to create a new plugin, and that plugin is going to create that admin page, and then I'll show you how to add content to it and stuff like that. So we're going to create a new page, and we're going to save that new page into our WP content plugins, and then we're going to create a new folder. And for this, I'm going to call it Josh, spell it right, Josh Admin Menu. Okay, and then we're going to copy that. So we're going to create that folder, Josh-admin-menu. And now we're going to save our PHP page with that same name .php. And this is basic plugin creation here. We're going to save that. So now we're going to add a PHP open and close tag. Here at the top, we're going to add a comment with plugin name and semicolon or colon, I guess it's colon. And then we're going to say Josh Admin Menu. Okay, and another asterisk there and a slash to close out that plugin. So if we save this and upload it to the site, which our software here automatically uploads it to our site, and we come over here to, let's refresh that, go to plugins. Now we have Josh Admin Menu here, and we're going to activate it, which it doesn't do anything right now. Uh-oh, I didn't click activate. There we go. So now it's activated. Now we didn't put a description or anything, author and all that stuff in our plugin. You could do that by adding another thing up here that says description, just an example for the admin menu. There we go. Come on. All right. So now if we come back over here and we refresh, now we have a description. Oh, that's the wrong one. Just an example for the admin menu. So now we're going to create a function, and we're going to call that Josh Admin Menu. Menu. And then after this last closing function line, we're going to say add action. This first argument is going to be the action that we want to take against WordPress, which is going to be the admin menu. And the second one is the callback function here. So we're going to add that into the callback there. All right. So now inside of this function, we're going to add add menu page. Now this function here has several attributes, or arguments I should say. So the first one is going to be the title of the page. So we're going to say, let's call it forms. Okay. The next argument here is going to be the menu title. So we'll call it form items. That way it's different from our title. All right. So the next option is going to be the permissions that it has. So we're going to use manage options. And so basically what that means is anyone that can manage options on the site has access to this. You can look in the WordPress Codex and see what the different roles and stuff like that are to restrict certain people from having access to this, or certain groups, certain user groups. Okay. So then the next one is going to be the slug. So we're going to say Josh Admin Menu. Okay. So that's our slug for that one. The next one is going to be our callback function. So we're going to create a function and we're going to call it Josh Admin Menu Main. So this is going to be the main item of our menu. Okay. So then we can do another argument here. This argument is the icon for the menu, and you can look at the dash icons. You can look that up, WordPress dash icons, and it will give you a full list of those. For this example, we're just going to use the shopping cart because that's the one that's off the top of my head. So it's dash icons dash cart. This next argument is the position in the menu that you want it to be at. So we're going to start out, we're going to put it at 1 just for an example, and then I'll show you what happens as you move it on down. So what we need to do now is take this Josh Admin Menu Main, this callback function, and we need to create a function for that. All right. So it's just a blank function like that. Then we're going to save our page. We're going to come over to our dashboard here. We're going to click on dashboard or refresh the page. And now we have form items up here in the top. So if we click on this, it just gives us a blank page. So because we put it as 1, this last argument here, as 1, it's going to put it at the very top. Now, most of the time the dashboard link here is going to be at the very top. So you don't want to put it there. You want to put it at least like 4 so that it puts it right underneath that dashboard icon there, or dashboard link. So because most of the time the dashboard's the first place anybody comes, and then a customer can click on this, go to the forms, or you can, whichever. And the importance of it is where you kind of want to pick where you want it to go. Now we have this blank page and nothing underneath this. So now we're going to add just a little bit of information to this page, and then we're going to add some submenu items to this menu. Okay. So here in the Josh Admin Menu Main, our function here, this is going to be where the information shows up on this page. Okay. So I'm going to open a div and close the div here. And then the class that I'm going to put here is going to be wrap. Now, wrap is the default for WordPress to automatically provide padding and stuff like that. So if we do welcome to the form submissions. All right. If we hit save, come over here and refresh. So now we have welcome to the form submissions. If we take out wrap and we save, see how it's all the way at the very top? It doesn't, So by default, you can put this in there, wrap, and it will kind of give you some padding and stuff like that. Now, typically what we do is inside of here, we do an H2, close the H2, and put in form submissions or something like that. Okay, come over here and refresh. So now we've got an H2 here with form submissions. But there's a numerous amount of information that you can put in here. Okay, so now we're going to come back up here and we're going to add a submenu item. Okay, so we're going to do add Submenu Page, and open and close parentheses there. So the first one that we do here is going to be the slug of our main menu, all right? And that is going to be this here, which is the 4th argument in this function here. So we're going to copy that, and we're going to come down here and put that in here. Then the next one that we're going to do, the next argument is going to be the title, just like it was up here. So it's going to be, let's do archive. So this is some of the form submissions that have been archived. Once the customer reads it, they can archive it, right? So then it's going to be the menu item, which is going to be, let's do archive here, but in the actual title, archived forms or archived submissions. All right. So then the next argument here comes back up to just like this one has, where it has manage options. You can set different options for each piece of this. So if you don't want someone to see specific form submissions, you could create a submenu page that had specific menu options or specific form submissions in that second submenu, and then they wouldn't be able to see those submissions. But for our example here, we're going to copy and paste this in here because we just want to give it the manage options permissions. Now we need to create a slug for this submenu item. So we're going to do Josh Admin Menu Sub Archive. The last one we're going to do here is the callback function for this submenu item. So we're going to do Josh Admin Menu Sub Archive. So we're going to copy this. We're going to come down here and we're going to create a function with that name in it. And we're going to save that. We're going to come back over here to our dashboard. We're going to refresh. And so now we have our main menu item. When we do a submenu, it automatically recreates the main menu item as a sub item. And then we have the archive item here, which we don't have anything in there because we didn't put anything inside of this function. So let's do a div here. Class wrap submenu option page. I guess it would be submenu option page, but submenu option page archives. Right. All right. So then we come back over here and we refresh. And so now we have just this little bit of text in there. So that's how you create a menu item and then submenus underneath it. But you can create as many of these as you want and put any information in there that you want. So as I said, in the next video, I want to create a form that will take you through the entire process. We're going to create a plugin, create the form for the front end, and create the submission capture for the back end, and each step, and use this page for that. But you can use these admin menu items like that to put in any information. Sometimes we use it to, our customers don't want to go in and edit a post with all the stuff that's in there. They just want to be able to write a simple, they want the title and what they want, and they hit publish. So we create a standalone where they can just create a new one, and they write out the title, they write out what they want in the post, and they hit publish. They don't have to do anything else. It's not jumbled up with all the other stuff that's on the page. We also do it where they can rename products or pages or something like that really easily. You know, if we have a products that we've added to the site, you can even do it with WooCommerce. If you want to create your own standalone page, menu item that does a specific thing that you need it to do, you can pull all that information into this page. So that's all I have for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.